Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello, lovely children. How are you today? It's still your teacher, Mrs. Ajike Chidinma. I am taking primaries 5 and 6 on physical and health education. And our topic is the nose. Now everybody touch your nose. Yes, the nose. Do you know the part of the body called the nose? Now touch it. The nose. I'm touching my own. Touch your own. The nose. That's our topic for today. Now, it is expected that by the end of this lesson, 1, you should be able to state 2 functions of the nose. Do what? State 2 functions of the nose. Number 2, mention 2 ways to care for the nose. And number 3, mention the structure of the nose. Did you get that? Yes. Now, the nose is also on the head. It's another sense organ we have on our body. It is the sense organ for smell. We use our nose to what? Smell. When someone pollutes, it is with the help of the what? The nose. When mommy is cooking one sweet, delicious meal, you perceive it with what? Your nose. Chai! The nose is what? The sense organ for what? Smell. It helps us to smell things. The nose also helps us to breathe. With the help of the nose, we do what? We can breathe. That is why we are what? Alive. Because we are what? Breathing. So the nose is very, very what? Important. It's another important what? Sense organ. So take good care of your nose. Now let's talk about the structure of the nose. The nose is divided into 2 holes. The nose is what? Divided into what? 2 holes. Now if you check your nose, go to the mirror, take a look at your nose. Raise your head a little bit up. You can see the 2 holes in your nose. We call the holes nostrils. We call it what? Nostrils. There is a line, we call it partition, in between those 2 holes. Can you see it? Check very well. That line or the partition is called septum. We call it what? Septum. Say it again. Septum. Good. Now, the nerves of the smell that runs from the nose to the brain are called olfactory nerves. There is a nerve that runs from our nose to the brain. That is the nerve that sends message to what? The brain. That what? There is something what? I have seen something. No? It runs to what? The brain. That nerve, we call it what? Olfactory nerves. Is that clear? And the brain in turn does what? Interprets the message which the olfactory nerve has brought to it and tells us that this smell you are perceiving is a dead rat. Or this smell you are perceiving is fried rice and chicken. Or that this smell you are perceiving is rotten orange. Did you hear that? I said the nerve is called what? Olfactory what? Nerve. Now, how can we care for our nose? How can we care for our nose? This brings us to what? Care of the nose. Number 1, when sneezing, you must cover your nostril with a handkerchief or tissue paper to avoid spreading any disease. Is that clear? Do what? Cover your nose. When you want to use what? Handkerchief. It must be a clean one, oh. Or tissue paper to avoid any disease. The spread of what? Any disease. Is that clear? Number 2 way of caring for the nose is do not use your fingers to clean your nose. Do not do what? Use your finger to what? Clean your nose. It is wrong. You know you have fingernails. There might be dirt or germ inside. When you use it to clean your nose, you are transferring those what? Germs, those diseases, those dirt into what? Your nose, which will enter what? Into your body. Is that clear? So do not use what? Your finger to do what? To clean your nose. Another way, okay, you might damage the skin, first of all, in the nostril and introduce germs. That's exactly what I'm saying. When you use your fingers to do what? To clean your nose, you might be what? Damaging the skin in your nose. Is that clear? And what? Thereby introducing what? Germs. So do not use your finger to do what? Clean your nose. Another way we can care for our nose is that you must not allow people to hit your nose. You must do what? Not. N-O-T. Not. Allow people to do what? Hit your nose. And you too should not hit other people's what? Nose. Why? This could lead to nose bleeding. You know what that means? Blood will be coming out from where? Your nose. And when you see something like that happening either to you or to your friend, all you need to do is don't bring your head down. Try to what? Look for a back seat like this. Raise your head up a little. Do you understand? You suspend it for some time until someone takes care of you, gives you first aid. Okay? Don't do it yourself alone. Did you hear that? We have said that you should not do what? Do not use your fingers to clean your nose. Do not hit another person, or do not allow another person too to hit your nose. And again, that when you sneeze, you should do what? Do that. Sneeze into what? A clean handkerchief, or use tissue paper, which you will dispose of. Is that clear? When you use tissue paper, do what? Throw it away. That's what I mean by what? Disposing it off. To avoid what? Spreading diseases. Is that clear? And another way you can care for your nose is that when you have a nose problem, okay? When you have maybe boil or something, make sure you tell your parents. Like I always say, do what? Tell your parents, who will do what? Take you to see what? A doctor that will take good care of you. You know they are there for you to do what? To take good care of you. Okay? We've talked about the nose. We said is another important what? Sense organ of the what? The body. And we said the nose is the what? The sense organ for what? Smell. Is that clear? And we said the nose has 2 holes called nostrils. And those nostrils, they are divided into partition by the partition, we called it what? Septum. Is that clear? We call those two, the partition that divides them into 2 holes, we called it what? Septum. And then we've talked about how we can care for what? Our nose. That is how we can take good care of our nose. Do not allow somebody to hit your nose. You too should not hit people on their what? Nose. To what? To avoid nose bleeding. Is that clear? And that when you have a nose problem, you should do what? Tell your mommy or daddy, tell your parents, who will in turn do what? Take you to see a doctor. Now, here is your homework. Number 1, state 2 functions of the nose. What do you use the nose for? State it. 2 of them. That is the functions of the nose. Number 2, mention 2 ways to care for the nose. Mention 2 ways to care for the nose. Number 3, the 2 holes in the nose are called dash. The 2 holes in the nose are called dash. The partition on the nose, I take that again. The partition in the nose is called dash. Don't forget to do your homework. Take good care of yourself. Till we meet again. Bye.